A very happy day to you all, children. So, we are going to start a new lesson from history, lesson 4, People's Revolt, page number 35. So, learning objectives are to know the Palai Karar, that is polygar system in Tamil Nadu. So, what is Palai Karar? So, Palai Karar system has evolved with the extension of Vijayanagar rule into Tamil Nadu. Okay, Vijayanagar rule, they only extended this Palai Karar system, okay, which is otherwise called as polygar. Okay, each Palai Karar was the holder of a territory or Palayam, so which is usually consisting of a few village. So Palayam is nothing but consisting of few villages. Okay, so this will be granted to them in a return for military service and tribute. So that is called as what? Palai Karar, otherwise called as polygar. Next, to understand the role of Pulitevar and Kattabomman in the anti-British uprising. So we are going to understand what role Pulitevar and Kattabomman played against British. Okay. Next, to know about the South Indian Rebellion. Next, to know the causes and effects of Vellore Mutiny. Mutiny is otherwise called as revolt. To understand the causes and impacts of revolt of 1857. So these are the learning objectives what we are going to see from this lesson. Yes, just to show you about Palai Karars, okay? The picture which I have taken for you. Pulitevar, Kattabomman and Marudu Pandian. Okay. So introduction. The establishment of political and economic dominance by the British over many parts of India after the Battle of Plassey happened in 1757 disrupted the political, social and economic order of the country. This led to the divesting many landlords and chieftains of their power and estates. Naturally, many of them revolted against the British. The English assumed the right of collecting the annual tribute from the Palai Karar. The first resistance of the British was offered by the Pulitevar. Since then, there had been rebellions by Palai Karar such as Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Oomathurai, Marudu brothers, and Theeran Chinnamalai. So, the British, they were having their supremacy over India after the Battle of Plassey held in 1757. And they were collecting annual tributes from the Palakarars. Okay, against British, there stood few persons called Palakarars named as Veerapandiyan Kattabomman, Oomathurai, Marudu brothers, and Theeran Chinnamalai. And we are going to learn about these personalities in this lesson in detail. So this is the picture of Oomathurai and Theeran Chinnamalai Pulitevar. Okay, so now we'll learn about origin of Palayam. The Vijayanagar rulers appointed Nayaks in their provinces. The Nayak of Madurai in turn appointed Palekarar. So what happened? Vijayanagar rulers, they only appointed Nayaks in their provinces. Okay, in their circle, they appointed Nayaks. Okay, or leader we can take. The Nayak of Madurai in turn appointed Palekarar. So the Nayaks from Madurai, they appointed Palekarar. Vishwanatha became the Nayak of Madurai in the year 1529. So who became the Nayak of Madurai in the year 1529? Vishwanatha. he noticed that he could not control the chieftain who wanted more powers in their provinces. So Vishwanatha, he noticed that he could not control the chieftains, okay, who were more powerful in their provinces, okay. So, with the consultation of his minister Aryanatha Mudaliyar, Vishwanatha instituted Palekarar system in the year 1529. So, in order to control the chieftains, so he consulted his minister Aryanatha Mudaliyar. So, what he did? He instituted Palekara system in the year 1529. The whole country was divided into 72 Palekarar. How many Palekarar? 72 Palekarar. Palekarar was a holder of a territory or a Palayam. Okay. So what is Palekarar? A Palekarar was a holder of a territory or a Palayam. A few villages I told, right? Okay. These Palayams were held in military tenure and extended their full cooperation to be need of the Naiks. The Palekarars collected taxes, of which one third was given to the Naik of Madurai, another one third for the expenditure of the army, and rest was kept for themselves. So the Palekalar, they collected taxes. So once they collected taxes, one third of the tax was given to whom? Naiks of Madurai. Another one third was kept for the expenditure for the army, and remaining they kept for themselves. Next one, early revolts of South India. So revolts of Palekarar. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the Palekarars played a vital role in the politics of Tamil Nadu. So during 17th and 18th century, Palekarars, they made a vital role, okay, in politics of Tamil Nadu, in political way in Tamil Nadu. Okay. They regarded themselves as independent. Among the Palekarar, there were two blocks, namely Eastern and Western blocks. The Eastern Palayams, where the Naiks ruled under the control of Kattabomman. So, Eastern blocks was controlled by whom? Kattabomman. And the Western Palayams, where the Maravas ruled under the control of Pulithevar. So, Eastern was controlled by Kattabomman and Western was controlled by Pulithevar. Okay. These two Palekarars refused to pay the kist tribute. Okay. So in Tamil they say it as kappam. Okay. Kisti. Right. Like we can take it as tax. Okay. They refused to pay kist tribute to the English and rebelled. They stood against British people, English people. They refused to pay tax to them. Next, the early struggle between the Palekarars and East India Company had a strong political dimension. So there were a great struggle between Palekarars and East India Company. Okay, by the Carnatic Treaty of 1792, consolidated the English power over the Palekars. The English got the right to collect taxes. The result was the outbreak of the revolt of Palekars. Next, so this is the map. You have this map in your page 36 in your book. Okay, the rebel confederacy from the year 1799 to 1800. So what they have given: Vellore, Madras, Sangagiri, Erode, Chinnamalai, Odanilai, Coimbatore, Virupakshi, Nattam, Tiruchirappalli, Dindukkal, Madurai, Pudukottai, Tirupattur, Kalayar Koval, Sivagangai. Okay, like many places, they have given about the rebel confederacy. Okay, next we'll learn what is Pulithevar. Pulithevar was the pioneer in Tamil Nadu to protest against the English rule in India. So Pulithevar, he was the pioneer in Tamil Nadu who stood against the English people in India. He was the Palekarar of the Nerkattum Seval near Tirunelveli. So it's a place, okay. He was a Palekarar of Nerkattum Seval, that is a place which is near Tirunelveli. During his tenure, he refused to pay the tribute neither to Muhammad Ali, the Nawab of Arcot, nor to the English. So he failed, so he refused to pay the tribute tax, okay, that is which is called as kappam in Tamil, okay, to Muhammad Ali. He was the Nawab of Arcot and he refused to pay to the English people also. Further, he started opposing them. Hence, the force were defeated by Pulithevar at Tirunelveli. So, he defeated the force of English rule. Pulithevar was the first Indian king to have fought and defeated the British in India. So, Pulithevar, he was the first Indian king. Was the first Indian king to have fought and defeated the British in India. After this victory, Pulithevar attempted to form a league of Palekars to oppose the British and the Nawab. So, after this defeat, he attempted to form a group of people to stand against and oppose the British people and the Nawabs. In 1759, Nerkattum Seval was attacked by the force of Nawab. So, Nerkattum Seval is a place I told near Tirunelveli, isn't it? That place was attacked by the force of Nawab of Arcot under the leadership of Yusuf Khan. Pulithevar was defeated in Anthanallur and the Nawab's forces captured Nerkattum Seval. So, Nawabs, they defeated Pulithevar in the place Anthanallur and they captured the place Nerkattum Seval in the year 1761. Pulithevar, who lived in exile, recaptured Nerkattum Seval in 1764. So, after this, Pulithevar, he exiled and he recaptured the place in the year 1764 within 3 years. Later, he was defeated by Captain Campbell in the year 1767. Pulithevar escaped and died in exile without fulfilling his purpose, although his courageous trial of a struggle for independence in the history of South India. So, later he escaped and he died without fulfilling his purpose. Okay, he wanted to stand against the British and win them, isn't it? So, without fulfilling his purpose, he died. So, his trial and struggle was an independent history in South India. So, we have learned about Pulithevar. Okay, we'll just stop up to this. Next class, we shall continue from Veerapandiyan Kattabomman. Thank you, children, and stay safe.